This is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago. As usual, we've got a few fun clips today, and it's also very exciting here at Law Talk with Mike. Judge McBurney down in Georgia there has now qualified for his own playlist. I'm sure he's very excited. Let's do it.
The Constitution was amended, and it allows a litigant to bring a civil action seeking a declaratory judgment that a particular statutory enactment is unconstitutional.
Okay, so we've got ourselves a very serious hearing here. They're having a nice discussion of when you can bring a constitutional action in the state of Georgia. It's all quite serious, but the call gets hacked. And I'm warning you now, it's inappropriate. I find it funny, but it's inappropriate, definitely. And you'll see what happens. The judge is very smooth about it.
The state doesn't contest that interpretation of it. As I understand it, the main disagreement is, can an aggrieved litigant seek temporary injunctive relief before the declaratory judgment is received? And there is some language
Yo, free my nigga, bruh. Free my nigga.
I don't know. I guess you're just letting anybody on Zoom. You see the names change. I don't know if those are random participants or people hacking in specifically. But, you know, that's what we're dealing with here.
Court reporter here. I can't hear. I suddenly can't hear anybody.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah, me neither.
Court
I
reporter, we
think
can hear you.
they have a problem. I think they have a problem.
Court reporter, we can hear you.
We all saw the problem.
We cannot hear anyone. Sorry.
We can hear court reporter. We cannot hear the courtroom.
Yeah. I'm sorry, reporter. Can you hear them now? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yep, we can hear you. Audio's back. Everyone should mute. The Zoom session has been locked, so if you are removed, you will never get back in. So keep that in mind. Keep your phones muted. All right. Court report.
I just think I think it's really cool how he handled it. He acted like no big deal. My guess is that there were more people trying to get on and say more inappropriate things. He just cut it. You have to keep in mind he's in court. He's got this live hearing going on, and all of a sudden he has to deal with that, and he does. But he acts like it's nothing and just carries on with his day.
Sorry about that. In an effort to quiet a few folks, the podium microphone got muted, and that's the one through which all sound travels in the courtroom. So you should be, can you hear us now? Thumbs up. There we go. Great. So anyway, I was framing the issue as I understood it.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Don't make Oscar beg. It's rude.
Mr. Granums, anything else?
Okay, so here's another clip. It's from a different call, but I think the same day. It just stands for the proposition that Judge McBurney gets plenty crazy down there in Georgia.
Else in Ms. Edwards' case?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Have you had a chance to, I guess it was just on Friday, I think that he was last here. You and Mr. Pritchett need to meet.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going down to meet him this week.
Okay, you're going out to the jail. You'll bring an investigator with you?
Yes, that's the plan.
Good. Okay. Will you please let Ms. Nelson know how that conversation goes in terms of whether he expresses any desire about self-representation?
I will.
He insisted to address me on Friday. I think it was Friday when you were, that's the only other day I've been around. So on Friday, he was brought over. I didn't bring him out before I excused you, but then the deputies told me he was bound and determined to speak his piece, which he has spoken many times before. And he reiterated his desire for the Lord Jesus Christ to be his lawyer. I've explained that would have to be co-counsel and not lead counsel. But of course, you are his lawyer for now. And I share that with you only so you're not surprised. And it may be that out at the jail with just you and an investigator, he is very different. But he's been the same since he has been coming to court over the last few months. Originally, it was the sovereign citizen. How do you know my name? What's your authority? But over the last few months, it was actually, I'm ready to go forward and I know who my lawyer is going to be, and it's not you or me.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
But please,
This attorney Michael Granums is cool too. He's just like, whatever. He doesn't skip a beat. He's like, yeah, all right, another one of my clients. Okay.
do let Ms. Nelson know, because I told Mr. Pritchett that we'd bring him back soon to talk through that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
All right, we got a little update here on the Mr. Johnson. I've had two Mr. Johnsons lately in Judge Simpson's courtroom. This is the guy that exposed himself. So I get this from Jess Karras. She did a really nice job. I didn't get the second part of the hearing. They took the hearing down, so I didn't have access to it. But she puts this up on her channel. I put a link to this in the description below. Also, Judge McBurney. Also to Irish Demon, that's got a clip coming up here. So go check all those out. But this tells us the rest of the story. I cut it short. No pun intended here. I cut just this clip shorter to get through it. But I left the beginning part in so you can see what we're talking about. And what I hadn't seen is later when the judge recalls him.
you might be entitled to a recert. How much is owing?
With court costs, Your Honor, $3,219.73.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes.
there, are you going to need assistance paying that amount? That is my prayer and wish. All right.
Mine as well. Your Honor.
All right.
Mine as
So,
well.
Ms. Bell, I'm
Yes.
going to adjourn your case out 1 week to the 12th.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.
14A District Court for County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan is now back in session. All those having business before the court draw near. The Honorable J. Cedric Simpson presiding.
There's a gentleman who has signed on, I'm assuming a gentleman, signed
Well, yes, gentlemen's a bit much, but I get it. You're in court. That's proper decorum. I was really curious to see how the judge handled this. I just saw, I did it even on a prior video. I saw the prior clip, but in that clip, I don't think the judge noticed, or at least was too busy to deal with it in the moment. So I wanted to see how he'd handle it, and this is how he does it.
on Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. What is your name?
Johnson.
What's your name?
Kelvin Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, I have been notified numerous times that for whatever reason you decided you didn't want to wear pants into this courtroom, or you have exposed yourself on 2 occasions. We had to shut down YouTube, and so I am booting you from the courtroom until you are properly dressed. If you can,
I am dressed now,
come
sir.
back in at that time.
I
Then
am
what you
dressed now,
need to
sir.
do- No, sir, I have seen it, and it has been reported to me on 2 occasions. I did not see the first. He's out. Kick him.
Miss Matthews, you cannot lay down while you're in court.
My case don't come up to 10:30, so I'm still on camera.
You can cut your camera off.
Okay, that's what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a thought.
That's off the record. That's a first.
Okay, so this little nugget comes from Irish Demon. This is a good grab for him. Go over there and check out his channel. I know a lot of you are already subscribed to him, but that's fun. He just catches this guy sleeping in court here. We've seen it before, but this is the most extensive sleeping in court scenario I've seen, and the judge is kind of fun.
I have never had someone just, have you seen someone doze off? You've seen that before?
Juries.
No, on Zoom, you know?
I think someone needs to go and poke him with the stick.
No, he looks so comfortable.
Yes,
He's
he
sitting
does.
there in his garage or somewhere. Oh, well. So, Mr. Nelson, what are you going to do about your client? Has he appeared or is he absent?
Well, he appeared before I did, but
You tried to call him?
I did, Your Honor, and I don't think he's got his phone on.
Well, here's what
I cut a lot of this out, but the backstory to that is the attorney was late, and now his client's asleep. The judge is pretty cool about the whole thing, but that's what's going on.
can do. What's it on for today? Let's take
It's on for a pretrial conference. I believe that
pre-hearing conference. Yeah.
I believe that the offer is now for him is probation before it was a prison commitment. I believe he's willing to accept that, but he's not here. And I was going if he wasn't.
What
here,
was the offer?
Well, the offer was low term. The defense countered with a probation on it, and this is an attempt case.
Yeah.
So the difference between probation and low term is
negligible,
very de minimis. So in light of that, the people elected to accept the probationary offer, counter offer.
Yeah.
But we were set to put that plea on the record on July 18th, and the defendant didn't appear.
Right. Did not appear?
No, and the warrant was held until today. It appears for purposes of that, he appeared. The court saw him on Zoom, but
No, he's here. He's still
I
here.
would ask that we come back later this week.
I'm thinking of this afternoon. Are you going to be
I
here?
can be here this afternoon, Your Honor. And,
Well, the question is the defendant going to be here this
Well,
afternoon?
eventually, I mean, obviously he works at night, you know, in the various neighborhoods. And so the man needs to get his sleep. So he is resting comfortably.
he's got gigs going. That's right.
Yeah. I would continue it till 1:30
This judge is fine.
today. You're going to be here anyway, right, Mr. Wilson?
That's correct.
With the hope that sometime between now and 1:30, Mr. Nelson, this is your punishment for being late.
It is.
You're going to keep
No
trying
good
to
equals
reach
a
your
punch.
client
Yes, yeah.
and see if he's here at 1:30. If he's not, if he's still sound asleep, he'll still be connected to Zoom, and then we'll pick a new date
That's
later this week. We'll take care of it.
Thank you for your patience, Your Honor.
So we're going to recall Burlew at 1:30, and whatever you do, do not wake him. I mean, just leave him on Zoom.
Judge is having
Don't
fun here.
disconnect. Be quite a shock when he wakes up. Go ahead and call the Menifee matter. This is a transfer to what county? No appearance by defense counsel, but we've heard no objection. Oh, Mr. Burlew. Wait one moment, everyone. Mr. Burlew, can you hear me? Give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up is given. Did you know you had dozed off? Wait, you're muted. Do you know how to unmute yourself? Are you on a, there you go. You had dozed off there.
Got a cold, I'm sick.
Yeah, I'm sorry to wake you, but you're in court. So stand by. We're going to call your matter in about 15 seconds, okay? All right. Calling the last case, People versus Corey Burlew. Mr. Burlew is present on Zoom. Mr. Nelson is here in court. And for the people, Mr. Wilson. And what has been resolved in this case? It's here for pre-hearing conference.
Your Honor, Mr. Burlew had authorized me basically to negotiate the same resolution as the co-defendant in this, which is a grant of probation. That has been now offered by the district attorney's office. I think I heard Mr. Burlew saying he was feeling under the weather or something.
He said he is sick and has a cold.
And I certainly don't want him here, given what's been going around.
All right, so this will come back on Friday the 5th at 9 o'clock.
He has my number, I believe. He should have my card.
Yes, I got it.
All right.
And you have his number?
Yes,
All right, thank you. See you Friday.
Right. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That was fun. We had a hacked call, a sovereign citizen, a guy sleeping in court, and a follow-up on Naked. You can't beat that. That's quality Law Talk with Mike right there.
Here at Law Talk, we like to have fun with silly stuff that happens in court, and every once in a while, and completely by accident, I assure you, you might learn something. Thanks for watching.